Hello, this is Telomere, and welcome to another redstone video. In this video, we'll be experimenting with stacked redstone signals. So why is this so useful? Mostly, you will find yourself using this when you're trying to compress your redstone builds. For example, in this world here, we have my 3 signals in and 1 out build. There is a lot of redstone lines that could be made more streamlined. So you can see that right here. You've got the magenta, the blue, and the red. This can be compressed down. Can make this a lot smaller. How might we do this? Well, I'm going to give you 3 hints. Leaves, observers, and pistons. A bit of an expensive way to do it in some ways, but if you have the resources and a desire to compress your creations, you'll want to do this. Let's get started. Now we're here in my redstone testing world. Here's where my script ends. This part is just seeing where it goes, all unscripted. So let's get our stuff together. Okay, I've got more or less what I plan to use so far. Let's go and put our inputs in here. No, let's color code them. There we go. Nice and colorful. We're going to begin with these. There's our input noise. That's a change. I forgot to grab the observer. Now, even this setup is not absolutely necessary. There's other ways that we could do this. Let me see. For example, I could break these out and put those in instead. And then I could put, you see that right there? That's a problem. That needs to be resolved. And if I was to go and put this right here, now it's opening both of them because they're bud powering each other. We'll get back to that in a little bit. First, I just wanted to test out this, and let's just see how far along this update is detected. Did you see that? Doesn't go nearly as far as I thought. Right about, I think it was here? Let's try that again. Right here. So if you wanted the signal to continue on going further along, you would need to put an observer, a piston, another oak log, and that would do it right there. I believe that would do it to continue the signal on. So it has a maximum reach of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is it? Looks like it's more like 6. Yes, it is 6. Alright, it can get a signal off at the end, but it's kind of unreliable. But there is a way to prevent that cross signal contamination is what I'll call it. Alright, so this is one method that I have figured out that works. It does the trick. Let me just explain a little bit what's happening here. You got these note blocks that when you press them, it's detecting a single block state change. And so you saw that immediately popped out. It sent the signal along, and that right there at the end, that redstone lamp turned on. See there? And then once again. Now, if you tap on this one right here, that'll activate this, and it'll send a pulse through this entire slime block right here, just like that. The only problem is that sometimes you end up breaking some of your leaves. Now that's a big problem, and it's one of the reasons why I wasn't keen on using slime blocks. So I just show that to you guys again. You pull it on in, pull it out. You can see the change in the signal only in the one aspect, but not both. It only gives out one output on, I guess you call it the rising edge instead of a falling edge right there. So it might have its uses. Nevertheless, the others are working. I'll pull that on back, but you can see if you use that one, it works properly. Same thing with this one, once again. But if you have these activated and then you put that one on, you notice that it broke all those, and then you pull it back, and now you've got a problem. So I gotta go back to the drawing board. There we go. That was a simple fix. I just had to bring this block out just by one, and this way you can see that everything can be activated all at the same time, and it will work. Perfect. All I needed to do was replace that last slime block there. The only issue is that you can't have anything at all along here. If you had some redstone going along here, for example, trying to go in and really get it compressed in there, you can see immediately that whole thing broke. There is a way to get around that, though. You could put another line of leaves going like this, and then you could also then, this definitely is doable, you could put a line of slime blocks, and then put this, like that, and like that, and those will not stick at all to it. That'll do. And you'll notice that works, because the slime blocks do not, once again, stick to the leaves. So this makes for a very compressed method to go and push along signals. Now there is a better way to do this. I can't really call it exactly a better way, it's more like a more expensive way, and I've got it right here. Now I don't like how inelegant it is, but as far as I know, it works on every single account. It is very simple, very straightforward. You got a giant clump of observers all the way on through. And yeah, it has its benefits. It's got to be one of the most expensive ways to go and send redstone signals along. If you have access to a slime farm, this would be the way to go. Even the wood, it's relatively inexpensive. The pistons you can go and easily farm as well, but something that's not all that easy to access is quartz. And so that's why this monstrosity here, which would cost 36 quartz, well, this would only cost about 8. And if you get rid of this line here, and then on this side, to decode the signal, you need another 6. Let's just delete this so it looks a little bit less complicated. Now there was another method that I was looking at, but it bulks out this a bit more, and it's even a little bit dangerous for your redstone designs. Let me show you that quickly. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see what I'm doing here. It's not exactly the best method, but it definitely will work. It will do what you need it to. So if you hit that, you'll see it goes to the end there, it sees the change in signal, and there it's turned on and then turned off. The problem is that it may send multiple updates going back on through. Why not just throw in the one? I know that it will only show one signal if it's only 2 blocks, but if you have it at 3, it'll push out 3 changes, which may not necessarily be the biggest deal if you just need the signal to ultimately be off. If it put out 2, that's where you'd have the issue. So I think that's a method that is a good option if you're looking to do it on the cheaper side and you do not have access to that level of slime. But the water is a bit dangerous. If you were to break any of it, you would be in quite a lot of trouble. Hence why I like the simplicity of just good old standard slime. Gotta love that. Obviously after that, here's your inputs. There's different ways to go and get your signals out of those, such as you might choose, if you wanted them to be solid signals, you would use RS NOR latches out the back there. If you wanted them to be single pulses, then you just leave them how they were. You might want to extend them out a little bit. You might use some redstone repeaters, just a speck longer for that light to be on there, eh? But at least there's my method of compressing 3 signals that are kind of like spaghetti redstone into something that's a lot more streamlined, where you can go and decode it from the other end. So guys, that's all I've got for this video of the Redstone Scholar. If you like the video, please do leave a like, and if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. See you guys all in another Redstone video. Bye!